Well, who has root canals or extractions in their mouth? I'm going to go there today. We're going to be quoting from Uninformed Consent, a book by Dr. Hal Huggins and Dr. Thomas Levy. First, what Dr. Huggins has to say in his introduction. Many incurable diseases may be incurable, but they may also be preventable, such as multiple sclerosis, lupus, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, Lou Gehrig's disease, breast cancer, chronic fatigue, memory problems, female problems, emotional instability, and indigestion, and in kids, attention deficit, lowered grade point average, and visual disturbances. And how can one avoid these problems? The simple answer is to avoid the cause. Frequently, the cause is exposure to one or more toxins from dental materials in the mouth, such as mercury, cadmium, copper, zinc, beryllium, nickel, phenol, and the toxic wastes generated by anaerobic bacteria, which we were dealing with our oil pulling in last week's Nugget. Most dentists are entirely unaware of either the contents of the dental materials they implant or the potential consequences of those materials after they get into your body. Manufacturers and editorial opinions continue to reassure dentists that these toxic materials are safe while in the mouth. These dental materials are known to you as silver fillings, crowns or caps, bridges, implants, children's chrome crowns, orthodontic braces, retainers, root canals, and the necessary removal of wisdom teeth. Don't leave your health in your dentist's hands and assume that all will be fine. Become informed and take an active role in your full and complete consent to all that will be implanted into your mouth. The choice is yours alone to make. Good reading, and God bless. Now what Dr. Levy has to say, because he had a consult with Hal Huggins. Soon I found myself sitting in front of Dr. Huggins undergoing a consultative evaluation. He kept on talking about diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and what seemed to be an endless stream of peripheral issues. But I was plagued with toxicity. Why was I being subjected to all these marginally relevant topics? Then Dr. Huggins noticed my one root canal on X-ray. The tooth had never bothered me, and functionally it seemed to work perfectly. That'll have to come out, he commented, almost like an aside. But it doesn't hurt. It's perfectly fine, I protested. How can you tell it's bad anyway? What are you seeing on the X-ray? Toxins don't show up on an X-ray, Huggins replied. I see that it is a root canal, and that's all I really need to know. Some root canals are less toxic than others, but they all do more harm than mercury ever could hope to. Within days of the completion of my dental work, my blood pressure readings were in the normal range. Although I had never perceived my energy to be low, it now skyrocketed. Sleep once again rejuvenated me, and it was normal to spring from bed as it was to bolt upstairs without becoming short-winded. My stomach pain that I had been ignoring completely disappeared. My astigmatism, which my ophthalmologist had told me was irreversible, had clearly lessened. The ability to think clearly, analyze precisely, and remember completely began to return. Lately, I had just been keeping abreast by reading brief articles and rarely ever extended to full books. But now I realized that I had since devoured roughly 50 books, most of them highly technical works. My rejuvenated mind allowed me to complete law school, an undertaking that would have been completely impossible for me a few short years earlier. So that's something. So for snack now. Last week we made a quick coconut ball with equal amounts of almond butter and shredded coconut. This week let's just add some omega-3 to that, shall we? And add some chopped walnuts. So you get out your Pampered Chef nut chopper. Yes, Pampered Chef, just give me an email if you want some Pampered Chef products. Sometimes it's great to have a good tool in the kitchen. So just chop up some nuts and add that to your coconut and almond butter mixture. It will be really tasty, but it may be drier than the other mixture and not so easy to make into balls if that's what you prefer. Just eat it up. Or what you could do as well is to make like a crumble in a fruit puree. So why don't you give that a try? Enjoy.